everyone. Welcome to tonight's Celebrity Big Brother 3 episode chat. I was going to say updates and spoilers.
It is episode 14, and it's double eviction, baby.
They never go how we want them to, do they?
Never.
Yeah.
So last time, Todrick was a complete ass and nominated Todd and Lamar. And I don't mean he was an ass for nominating them. I mean...
the way he went about it. It
Yeah.
was extra. And it may have been fun for him, but was
Yeah.
it fun for anyone else?
Well, it was
No.
fun for his mommy, Misha. She thought, oh, he did such a good job.
Yeah.
He's so funny. So
All right.
funny, Todrick.
Well, now that Todd and Lamar are up on the block, Todd is in trouble. He is Todrick's target this week.
He better win the veto or he's going bye-bye.
Yeah.
So, Todrick and Misha are already looking towards the end. They see themselves in the final two.
They figure once we get Todd out of here, there's not much holding us back from making it to the end because Cynthia and Lamar have not performed well in competition so far.
Nobody has. All right, so Todd is angry that Misha and Todrick tricked him to get rid of Carson.
You're just realizing this now! It seems like to me, Todd fully realized that he was outside of Misha and Todrick's thing when Misha told him that he talks more than Todrick. That really, flipped a switch in Todd where he was just like, F this, I'm done with them, I want them out of here.
F that S and I said that?
Yeah, that
Okay.
S. That's what it took. Because he was like, wow, Misha is siding with Todrick over me.
And this is Misha.
Yeah.
Lamar
my
thinks
God.
Lamar thinks that she could kick somebody's ass.
I mean, she can. We know
Big
this.
time.
We know this.
Then they had this big discussion about guys with cauliflower ears, and women don't really get that.
Do we need that?
Stay away from guys with cauliflower ears. They'll kick your ass. They mean business.
Wasn't there, something better we could have seen there?
No, there was not.
Was there another, Todd and Lamar banter clip? Or,
No,
maybe,
there's nothing.
Maybe a flashback to Carson?
Nothing.
I don't know.
Nothing.
Something.
All right, nothing. So Lamar thinks Todrick is not gracious. And you know what? He's freaking right.
Yeah.
He is a big, fat bag of hot fart air. That's what he is.
Yeah.
He just cares about himself.
I mean, you can tell a lot about somebody by the way that they treat people when they are
In power?
in power or comfortable. And it doesn't look good. It's not a good look on Todrick.
When was it?
I'm just saying.
All right, well, it's time for the POV competition. Let's leave all that behind and let's concentrate on the activities.
We got some Olympics here.
All right.
Some luge.
We got some sliders.
Yeah.
All right, so Todd was dressed up like a gold Teletubby.
Production really did them dirty with these outfits.
I mean, they were luge outfits.
Yeah, but this is Big Brother. This is not an actual luge competition.
Oh, you mean you don't sit on a mannequin?
Yeah.
With the part-to-part situation
That was
happening?
interesting.
Were you weirded out by that?
It was a little weird.
They didn't have any accessory parts.
I don't know why they couldn't just give them a freaking scooter to sit on top of. Why did it have to have the mannequin?
Well, there is that luge.
No, I know there's two-person luge, but
that's weird too.
yeah, but
Who lays down on top of somebody else to slide down? Yeah, that's weird.
it's a thing.
Lamar said Todd has a booty do.
Oh, and we know about this from Drag Race.
I thought that was a drag queen thing, but apparently it's in everything.
I guess. Well,
I have a booty do.
no. Lamar explained.
I have 3 kids.
It's when your stomach sticks out further than your booty do. I love that
I know.
word. It's a lot of fun.
All right, so this is Celebrity Luge, and it's a head-to-head knockout competition.
Okay.
So you have to complete the race closest to the target time. So
Yeah.
if they say, you got to do this in 10 seconds, you got to, like, push yourself so that you're going to get to the finish line.
You got to cross the finish line as close to 10 seconds as possible. And we've seen a few variations of this competition now.
Yeah.
I like it because I feel like it gives people a chance to win who may not necessarily be great in, like, the physical competitions or the mental. Like, I mean, it's for everybody. Everybody has a chance in this one.
Yeah. Okay, so it was Misha versus Cynthia.
Yeah, they were the first two to face off.
And Misha won, and then Todd
Cynthia
won.
really was taking her sweet ass time.
Yeah. I don't know if she understood this, but Todd won against Todrick and knocked him out. So
I think Misha and Todrick were pretty shook by that because they weren't expecting it.
No.
They thought that Todrick was going to beat him, no problem.
You know what? Todrick doesn't really do well in competitions. I don't know whether he chokes or he's just not that good.
I don't know.
Anyway, it came down to...
well, then Misha was up against Lamar, and Misha moved on. So the final round was Misha versus Todd. Oh, I have to mention, too, when Todd was up against Todrick, and Todd was going across the finish line knowing he won that round, and he was all...
Yeah!
Ah! Wild.
All right, well, Todd won. Todd knocked out Misha.
Whoa, so Todd won the power of veto.
Singing! How'd you like that, Todrick?
I mean, he had to after that nomination ceremony, right?
Yeah. Todd is fired up and he's ready to use this veto.
Yeah, I mean, they were able to disrupt Misha and Todrick's plans, even if things are not, like, they're still not great in the house. At least they have that, right? So they were pretty excited about that.
Cynthia's worried.
I mean, okay, she's worried that she's going to go up on the block, fine, but, like, you're not going anywhere.
You are a goat, and I don't mean the greatest of all time.
Not the goat. A goat.
A goat.
Yeah.
All right, so Lamar, we need a little comic relief, Lammy. What do you got for us?
Well, he brought back a Chris Kattan classic. Going for cake in the middle of the night and falling on your way back.
Okay, that's enough.
It's a classic for a reason, so...
True.
I enjoyed that.
Everybody loves a good stumble.
Yes, I enjoyed that nod to Chris Kattan there.
And everybody loves a nice midnight cake.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so Todrick wants to... this is what Todrick's goal is.
Okay.
He fancies himself a bard, a writer. And he wants to rewrite everything so that there's better representation, which is great.
Which I think that's amazing. But with everything that we've heard about Todrick on social media, claims from people that have worked with him, this just feels like...
He's not a good employer.
Well, this feels like pandering.
Yeah.
And it doesn't feel genuine. Also, are you really going to ignore the amazing version of Cinderella with Brandy and Whitney Houston? What? Why are you acting like that never happened? Yeah. But no, like we said, we totally agree. Representation is everything. Of course. But Todrick...
I mean, I feel like the way that he's doing it, like, he finds somebody who's successful and then he kind of, like, copies them. I feel like he wants to be a Lin-Manuel, but, like, what are you doing, Lin? What are you... Oh, okay, I'm going to do that, too. You successful? I want to be successful, too. All right.
Yeah, so, I don't know why they're showing things like this.
Because they're trying to make him likable in case he wins.
Well, they're
not gaslighting working.
Us. Yeah, we've seen it on the feeds. We've seen what he's really like. So.
It ain't gonna work.
Yeah.
All right, so Todd and Cynthia, they're coming to realize, hey, we're kind of screwed here. We have to stick together.
Yeah, it's a little late for that, but cool. Yeah, they're realizing if we want to break up Todrick and Misha, we need to work together to do it. You think?
Well, Todd's saying Cynthia could probably beat either Misha or Todrick in the jury.
Todrick for sure. Misha, I don't know. Tough to say at this point.
Well, Todd is going to use the veto. And he kind of calls out Todrick. And he says, you know what? There's going to be a battle.
He says, if I win HOH, I'm putting up you and Misha. Woo!
No!
I mean, he wouldn't have that many options anyway, so...
What the frig did he expect? I'm going to put up myself. I'm going to put up Cynthia.
I'm putting up myself and Cynthia.
Yeah.
No, but it was still fun. What they didn't show before the veto meeting was Todrick trying to convince Todd to not use the power veto on himself and to leave the nominations the same.
And swear that he wouldn't vote him out, and then in his little room say, I'm going to vote him out.
I guess they were like, we don't have time for this nonsense.
Oh, you mean girl.
Okay, so then it was time
I'd love to see him rewrite Mean Girls with him.
Yeah, well, he's rewriting it every day. So he's already living it. But they have the live veto meeting. Julie checks in for that. And no brainer, Todd uses the veto on himself, of course. And then Todrick puts up Cynthia in his place. He's not gonna put up Misha. Mm-mm.
All right. Well, it's time to plead for your life. And Lamar basically says, "This was a beautiful experience. I love everybody. Mm-hmm. I gotta get out of here." Mm-hmm. And Cynthia,
sorry, I have like a throat thing right now.
Cynthia said, "I'm one of the last two women. Misha's a beast. Mm-hmm. She's a Navy SEAL, and I'm all done. Whatever." Okay, let's go.
Yeah, she's rambling on a little bit. So she's like,
yeah. So it's time for the vote.
Okay.
And it's a tie.
Okay, so here's the thing. Todrick was also telling Todd, if you're gonna use the veto on yourself, at least do me a solid and vote for Lamar to go so that I don't have to break a tie. But Todd was like, not going to do that. So he voted...
I'm so glad he didn't do that.
Yeah, he voted for Cynthia to go. Cynthia was okay with it so that it could be a tie and Todrick would have to get some more blood on his hands. Mm-hmm. So...
I mean, is anybody going to vote for him?
Todrick?
Yeah.
I mean, we saw there's potentially a vote there, but we'll get there. So, yeah.
I hope he comes to his senses, but yeah, we'll get there.
So, Todrick... Okay, he voted Lamar out. But he did it
in a crappy way.
Oh my God!
Really crappy.
Are you trying to lose more jury votes? Like, what are you doing? He did
You're
a fake
not
out.
Julie. Only Julie can do the fake outs. That's not nice.
He tried to make it seem like he was going to evict Cynthia, and then at the last minute he's like, Lamar, I have to evict you, blah, blah, blah.
All right.
It was bad. Like, every time I think it can't get worse, it does.
Gets worse. Well, Lamar left very classily. He hugged everybody. Mm-hmm. He said, I'm going home to a nice life. Well, he didn't say that, but it was implied. Mm-hmm. All right, so Lamar is hanging out with Julie outside.
This was a very sweet interview.
And Lamar says that he thought that they were afraid to keep him because he said he was going to, what was it, Mongo? Or Mondo? Mamba.
Isn't that the...
Yeah, I don't know all the Kobe stuff, so.
I mean, he kept talking up how in basketball in the fourth quarter, that's when you turn it up. So he was ready to do that, and they were afraid of it, so.
And he didn't want to get close to anybody in there because he didn't want to feel bad about slicing anybody's wrists or necks or whatever it was he was going to slice.
Yeah. So he was kind of, off on his own. And Julie was like, well, what about you and Todd? It seems like you have a really nice friendship now.
We do, Julie.
This honestly made me tear up when Lamar was talking about his sobriety and how he asked Todd to be his sober coach. Oh, my God. That was great. Beautiful.
It was.
It was unfortunate that it cut out for a minute at that part in the interview for that news break, which is like a whole other thing.
Thanks, Putin.
But, yeah, that was really a beautiful moment. Mm-hmm. I'm so glad that Lamar and Todd formed a friendship in the house.
Mm-hmm. He was surprised that Julie was from Queens, and then he said, "Who's Julie?"
Oh!
He didn't, but he was surprised that she was from Queens. Mm-hmm. You shouldn't be. I'm from Queens too, Lamar. Would that surprise you? All right, so he's leaving, feeling good about himself.
Good, I'm glad.
Hoping he can see Chloe soon because he misses her. Mm-hmm. I don't know how much she misses him.
I mean, he really does seem like such a sweet, genuine guy.
Yeah. He wanted to know if he could thank CBS, and when Julie said yes, he did, which was lovely.
Of course, Julie's got to ask what was more difficult.
Julie!
Being an NBA champion or, playing Big Brother.
Don't think we don't know that you stole that from Jeff.
That wasn't... No, what? That's a different question.
It's basically the same stupid thing, though.
She has her set question that she likes to ask.
Yeah.
But he said it's neck and neck. You know, they're both very difficult.
So then when Julie thought that she was going to get Lamar to play along and be like, the house guests don't know it, but it's a double eviction. And he's like, no, Julie, they know.
They've been talking about it nonstop for like 2 days.
And she was
in
like,
between
what?
solitaire games.
What?
Yeah. Julie has not been reading BB updates or Hamster Watch or watching the feeds at all.
No.
Clearly. But yeah, I just have to say, before we move on, I am so glad that Lamar was a part of this cast.
Yes.
I honestly, I didn't have high expectations for him.
I did not either.
I didn't know if he was going to be entertaining or not. And
he was.
I'm happy to say, yeah, he really was a huge part of this season.
Entertainment.
Yeah, the entertainment. I wish he knew the game a little bit better going in, because I think he could have really made some big moves if he had won competitions. Yeah. But he really is just such a wonderful person, and I'm glad that he had this opportunity to share that with everyone.
Yeah. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so now it's time for the new HOH comp, and it's called BB Flicks Film Festival.
I'm so mad at this competition for giving us hope.
We were so hopeful going into this. The odds were forever in our favor. 2-1.
Until they weren't. Yeah.
So they showed 3 movie posters that were such a lot of fun.
They were fun.
And there were 2 or 3 little voices doing the voiceover of like, I want to see a movie that's like 4 stars and it's not for teens and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So then you had to do the rubric to pick the correct movie poster for what would fit it. And it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I love when the art department gets to do their photoshops.
Do you think one of the voices was Al the Alien? It sounded like him.
I could see that, yeah. For sure.
Who do you think?
Because isn't he like a writer for the show?
Yeah, probably.
Or he works on the show in some capacity?
He's the janitor. I don't know.
No!
All right, so only the first person to ring in with the correct answer gets a point. Mm-hmm. And there was, what was there, 9? No, 7. I don't know. There's 7.
Yeah, most points after 7.
So it was a
At first it looked
tie.
like Todd was going to run away with it.
Right.
And then kind of Cynthia was on the board for a bit.
And then Misha got 1. And then she also tied. So it was a 3-way tie.
This was so stressful. And then in the end...
I was sick about this.
In the end, on the last question, Misha won.
No!
HOH. And immediately I'm like, you know what? Whatever. She's safe. But it really comes down to the power of veto. That is going to determine who goes this time.
So, first of all, Misha nominated Todd and Cynthia?
Of course. She's not going to nominate Todrick.
I'm not going to nominate my baby, my little ride or die.
Yeah.
So it's time for the veto comp, and it's called Frozen in Time.
Okay, guess what? It's a days competition, and
who's been studying the days?
The only 2 people who have been working on memorizing the days, Todrick and Misha. I knew immediately when we heard what this competition was, it was over. It's done.
Yeah. If it wasn't the questions and it was just like something like, so let's slide the ball and try and get the highest that we can get. And then ring in and like lock it in. But no, it was a days comp. Days. And the rest of the show felt like days watching
this competition really dragged ass when we knew there was no way that Todd or Cynthia was going to win this.
All right, well, it was 9 endless questions.
Yeah.
Questions, asking all those questions.
Mm-hmm. So Todd and Cynthia did manage to get on the board at least, but
they were tied for losing.
Yeah, it came down to a tiebreaker between Misha and Todrick.
Right, they each had 5, and Julie said, riddle me this, kids. How many seconds long was the first HOH competition?
5 seconds.
That which BB Winter Gala.
Mm-hmm. That was the one where they were like the marionettes.
Right.
Yeah.
The first competition.
Mm-hmm.
So it was 999 seconds, and it was Price is Right rules.
Well, Misha was closer anyway.
Yes, but they both went over.
Yeah.
So Misha won the veto. So great Great for her. Congratulations. You studied, you win, you deserve it.
If I'm being petty, which I am, I was happy that at least Misha won the power veto and not Todrick.
Yeah. All right, so it's time to plead.
Okay.
Plead ridiculously, uselessly.
Yeah.
Cynthia said...
Did we say that Misha didn't use the veto?
She didn't use the damn veto.
I mean, we might have. I don't remember anymore.
No, we didn't.
Okay, so Misha did not use the veto, which means that Todrick will be the sole vote to evict either Todd or Cynthia. I think I know what he's going to do, right?
All right, well, can you please stop scrubbing that dog bed?
Oh, he's fine.
All right, well, Cynthia said, you guys are incredible, whatever, you're never going to lose, whatever. Todd said, I just got to hand it to Todrick. He played the best game by far.
You can see Todrick was like, oh, really, me? I know.
What the hell, Todd? Did somebody give you, like, a roofie or something and you forgot, like, the whole season?
I don't know.
The whole 3-week season?
I don't know.
So, yeah.
Then Todrick made his speech before his vote.
And he's like, I don't have a great history with straight white men.
Or, like, straight men in general. You know, straight black men.
Right. Sorry. I'm getting confused with other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so thanks for teaching me stuff.
He was talking about culture and all sorts of stuff. I don't know. It felt a little off.
It felt fake. AF. Because I don't think he really got along with Todd.
He complained about Todd a lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
So then he evicted Todd.
Yeah. And Todd was like, okay. He was fine with it. He hugged everybody. He left.
It was like a switch was flipped in Todd's head after...
I think after he lost that competition, he knew, like, that's it. It's done.
Yeah.
Because he's been their target for, since Carson was gone.
Yeah.
He's been the target, so...
So, I don't understand why... Because Todd kind of played a stand-up game. He kind of played he had some integrity. Mm-hmm. He had a lot of integrity.
I mean, who cares in this game, though, right?
Yeah, but
But you're saying he didn't make it personal.
Right.
Okay, that's fair.
Right. He didn't make it personal, but he still tried to, like, he did it based on the activities. He wasn't a sneaky snake. Not like slimy snake Todrick.
Yeah, no. Todd was very open, with what he was planning on doing and all that.
And Todrick played a dirty, dirty, dirty game.
He did.
It was very dirty.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like it.
All right. Well, it was time for Todd's...
And I thought Todd didn't either.
Yeah. It was time for Todd's interview with Julie, and she was like, so you thought that Todrick played the best game?
Even Julie was confused.
Yeah.
And Todd said that Todrick worked the whole house, and he made you his friend, and yes, that's the sign of a sneaky snake.
Mm.
That it's not cool. And he dragged personal stuff into it.
Yeah.
And I just didn't like it, and I thought Todd didn't either.
Well, he said he did. So then Julie
he just wanted to go and be like, Julie, this is my answer. I got to get out of here. Give me my cell phone.
Well, Julie asked him, when did you realize that Todrick and Misha were...
I was waiting for him to say, like, 5 minutes ago.
Well, he said, like, a few days ago, which is like, what? Where have you been this whole time? Like, what? Did he think that Misha was going to pick him over Todrick?
Did you feel betrayed by them?
He said, yeah,
yes, but it's a game.
It's a game.
His strategy was sleeping and laying low at first.
I mean, it worked, right?
And then pulling out the aces when the time is right.
Mm-hmm.
So he'll never do this again. I don't blame you.
Yeah.
You're too old for this. I'm too old for this.
And he said, if it comes down to Misha and Todrick in the final two, he is voting for Todrick to win. And Julie was like, please, don't say that. You're not allowed to say that.
Don't tell me.
Don't ruin it. No spoilers.
Things change.
Well,
you may change your mind.
We'll see what happens when he's out and about. I saw Lamar already posted on Instagram and was like, "Oh, I was evicted by my fake friend, Todrick. He must have forgotten that I have a jury vote."
Oh.
Dang! Okay, I like that energy. But,
all right.
Yeah, as of now, Todd says he will be voting for Todrick to win.
He might be the only vote.
All right, well, speaking of votes...
Chris Kattan's not voting.
Yeah, Julie Chen let everybody know because Chris left, he's not voting.
She said he packed up his little bandana on a stick and left.
Yeah.
And now he can't vote because he's a quitter.
Yeah. But we love you, Chris.
Of course we do.
So in the event of a tie...
America's going to be the deciding vote.
Yeah.
And I guess after all... Did she say after all of the jury votes are locked in or whatever, America's going to have the chance to vote? Or
I don't know.
Who knows when America's going to vote?
I was so disappointed by the outcome of tonight. I kind of zoned out during that part.
Doesn't even matter. You know it's not going to be a tie.
I mean, the chances of it being a tie are very slim at this point.
So on Wednesday, which is thankfully only one more hour of torture.
It's the finale!
And it's going to be the final HOH live.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be like, what's your name? Oh, okay, you win. And then they're going to, I guess, be grilled by the jury.
Well, I'm not sure because Julie was like, oh, final pleadings in front of the jury. But she didn't say jury questioning. So I don't want to...
They've seen it all. It's already too late.
I don't want to assume that there will be questioning, but I hope there is.
Honestly, I don't think there's going to be questioning. You know why? Because it's not a sequestered jury.
Yeah. So, I'd like to see some grilling, though.
So what? Yeah, but what do they have to ask? I mean, because they've been able to watch.
Well, I think they can still ask. You know, why did you do this or why did you do that?
I mean, I think it's going to be pretty apparent once they get out.
Yeah, but they want somebody to vocalize. You know.
You mean they want somebody to own it?
Yeah, they want people to own up to their crap.
That's not going to happen because they're delusional.
All right. Well, we will find out who the winner of this turd is. We will find out who won America's favorite house guest.
We voted again during the show. Did you?
Yeah. And that's that.
It's a turd to poop.
There you have it. So, yeah, the final
three. Canada.
Final three is Misha, Todrick, and Cynthia. So let us know in the comments who you're rooting for to win it all and who you think will win it all. And that's all we got.
Who are you rooting to win it all?
I mean, I'll be happy if it's just not Todrick. I feel like Misha. Fair. I feel like Misha deserves it more than Cynthia does, but we'll see what happens.
I'd love to see Cynthia.
Yeah,
but I guess it's gonna be Misha.
I would say it's probably gonna be Misha.
Yeah,
but we'll see what happens.
Okay.
Do you think if Todrick won the final HOH, he would bring Misha to the end, or would he cut her and bring Cynthia?
That's a great question.
I don't know.
That is a great question.
But I also feel like
it's Mama Misha.
Now that they know, Julie told them, not just us, she told them that America will be voting if there's a tie. So I just feel like, oh my God, we're going to turn those feeds on. It's just going to be Pander City. Anyway, that's all we got. So thank you all so much for watching. We will see you tomorrow for the spoiler. And then Wednesday to wrap this baby up.
Wrap it up.
Yep. So thank you all so much.
Put that diaper in the diaper genie. We don't put it in the garbage, do we?
No. So thank you again for watching. And until next time,
much love.